I want to thank you for doing this. I know it takes a few minutes of your time, but I appreciate it.
Sure.
I made you a list of questions, and like I said, I just want you to be as honest as you can. Okay? Can we start with your name?
My name is Jerry Frank. We're here at Cornerstone Church in Conroe, Texas.
Can you tell me your role?
Yeah, I serve as the lead pastor here at Cornerstone Church.
Okay. And you've been the pastor how long?
Wow. Some people would say I've been here too long.
Okay.
But
What would you
technically
say?
I've been here almost 20 years.
Almost 20 years.
Or really, now that I think about it, a little over 20 years actually.
So a long time.
A long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
Okay. How many members does your congregation have?
We have a few hundred that attend here every weekend.
A few hundred.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Close to 300.
Close to 300.
Right around there.
Okay. Can you tell me how you found us? Do you remember?
If I recall, I think you came and knocked on the door, walked in, and introduced yourself to me.
Good. I'm glad you
Yeah.
remember, because that is correct. I
Yeah.
stopped by, introduced myself, but then I had a
Hey,
sample.
I don't always trust my memory, so who
Okay,
knows?
good.
Yeah.
It served you well.
Yeah.
I do want to ask this. It's important to other people that are considering making a purchase of a sign or making the investment.
Sure.
When was I, or have I been available to you?
Oh man, I would say probably anytime I've texted or called you, if you haven't answered pretty quickly thereafter, you've responded back to me.
Okay, so if you call, I respond, correct? Or
Yes,
we
sir.
respond, is that
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay,
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about your experience with myself, with the process of it? Your representative, in other words, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to give specifics. You can if you want to. Was it pretty simple? Was it?
Oh, I would say that you've been very easy to work with.
Okay.
I think that you have represented well. We've had good, easy dialogue, whether
Okay.
it was about the sign or anything else.
Pretty natural,
I
correct?
think it was, very natural
Okay.
conversations.
Can you tell me a little bit about your experience with Cord Displays, with the sign company itself?
Everything was well with them. I've obviously never met
The factory.
anybody from the factory, but, I talked to them multiple times over the phone.
Okay.
And all those conversations went really well.
Okay. Good. So, you're pretty pleased with them?
I would
With
say
the factory?
so.
No
Oh, yeah.
issues?
No issues.
Good.
Yeah.
If and when there was an issue, how quickly was it addressed and resolved? There's always going to be something that comes up, right?
Sure,
Okay.
sure. Yeah, I mean, we've had minimal issues that have come up, but I think the first time we recognized it was a Sunday morning when something went wrong with the sign, and
Okay.
I believe I sent you a text. You responded back pretty quick.
Okay.
And then somebody, if I recall correctly, was there the very next day looking at the
Monday
sign.
morning.
Monday morning, looking at the
Sounds good.
sign, trying to assess what went wrong, and then begin the process of getting things fixed in a very timely manner.
So this is more in relation to the sign and the organization and your church.
Yeah.
How do you feel the sign has helped you?
Oh, from the very first week that the sign went up, somebody stopped in on a Wednesday night.
Really?
And made mention that they've driven by this property many times.
Okay.
But the sign caught their attention, and that family's still attending the church. And then we know.
And they had never been here before?
Never been here before, but they've driven up and down I-45 for a good while.
Gotcha.
Is what they had commented, and just by chance we're looking for a new church. They saw the sign and thought, hey, let's go try this church out. They've been here ever since, and even from that point, I know of a few other people that have popped in, some that are even still with us because of the sign.
Gotcha. Okay. Would you refer us to other churches or congregations looking into purchasing a sign from myself?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. What about Cord Display?
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah,
So
everything has worked well.
good. Two more questions and we're done. Overall, how was your experience start to finish?
I would say an A plus
A plus.
up to
Awesome.
this point.
I don't think
And
I've
I
ever
don't-
gotten an A plus in school.
And I don't think it would change.
Gotcha. It won't change.
Yeah.
I assure you it won't. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'm just glad you stopped by.
Okay.
I would say that
Well,
gave
yeah.
us an opportunity to begin to reconsider what this possibility would look like for us.
Okay.
And already seeing the rewards of it. So we, to this point, I believe it was a great decision to work with you to put this sign up and just look for many more great rewards to come from it.
That's awesome. Awesome. Jerry,
Yeah.
thanks for your time.
Thanks, Dorian.
I appreciate you. Okay?
Yes, sir.